All right, guys. So after some extensive research, I mean, like the smartest people on the planet, basically I found out that it's actually not my fault that it's blurry in the background. It's actually the camera Elgato. And what's happened is we don't have the most up-to-date. I mean, this Elgato tech has not got updated because I have the most up-to-date computer. So you guys are just going to have to look at that blurry shit forever, and I don't want to hear nothing about it no more. And entering the show.
Oh, there we go.
Is Caleb Yates, and we got 𝗕𝗏𝗕𝗏 and Island King. Jesus Christ. Are you in a homeless shelter, Caleb? Where are you?
This is my little gym.
Of course, Caleb's audio sucks dick.
Can you hear me?
No, dude. It sounds like you're in an echo chamber.
It's these AirPods. Let me get a different headphones.
Dude, you guys are world class. What's up? What's up, Cold Daddy?
Dude, look at my background. I think it looks better than yours.
Abby definitely made that for you, dude. There's no straight man on the planet that has that many plants in his house.
Got a lot of plants in here.
Dude, where's Dexter?
Still eating.
Yeah. Do you think Jake's gonna make it? 3 a.m.
It's actually 4 a.m. But
I feel like he's making excuses. He has an opportunity to show up.
I don't know. I don't think he's showing up. But send him the link. You sent him the link to see if
Of course I sent him the
right.
link.
Yeah. I don't know. Kind of lazy, but
That's what I said. That's what I said. Are you guys starting to get excited? Because like I can't stop smiling. I'm so excited.
I'm pretty pumped.
We got all of us. We're all best buddies. And then you got us getting on an island. And then after that, you basically have us. I mean, I'm just going to be sitting in a lawn chair the entire time, and you guys are going to be competing.
Are you going to have that microphone again?
Of course I am.
That was hilarious.
That's the only reason why I'm showing up. You know, the funny part about it is that there's also going to be a shit ton of – that's better. That's way better. There's going to be a shit ton of people on the island besides us. So you're basically going to have like a bunch of drunken sailors watching you guys compete.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be – yeah, the island's going to be absolutely packed. It's probably going to be like one of the last weekends when people really go before it gets a little bit colder.
I mean, the weather right now is incredible. The thing that I think you guys probably need to think about is the water.
So I got a wetsuit here, but it's not like an Ironman wetsuit or like a triathlon wetsuit. It's like a surfing wetsuit. So it's like the shoulder, like when you go out like surfing, like it gets pretty uncomfortable. Like after a couple of like strokes surfing. So like what's the big difference between an Ironman or whatever triathlon wetsuit and a regular wetsuit?
So it's going to be the material inside of like your lats and stuff. Like they'll have cutouts where the material changes so that you have more elasticity. And like, a wetsuit for surfing is kind of like blubber. Like a real Ironman wetsuit has like different kinds of materials throughout it that allow it to be more mobile and be better. Like, I mean, like if you look at these Zone 3 wetsuits or like Sailfish wetsuits, I think Sailfish wetsuits.
Are you saying that if you cut the sleeves off this wetsuit, I'd be in better shape?
Well, dude, do you remember when I did what is it called? Shit. Spartan Games the first year, and I showed up in a summer suit. It crushed me. It crushed me. Like, I don't know. I'm going to present the screen. This is what you're talking about. Like, this kind of stuff. Like, do you see this picture of this girl right here? And, like, having that extra mobility, you see how there's different materials and shit woven in? And, like, there's going to be certain sections that have, like, a more dense core material. Like this thing, like a more dense core material. And then the outside, it's a lighter material. So this will be like a 3 to 5 mil. And this will be like a 1 to 2 mil. And if you look at, like, I mean, this is basically going to be Caleb for sure.
Yeah,
dude, Caleb,
look at those legs.
Dude, you know that Do you know that most times when I go into a grocery store, if I somehow, like, by happenstance, like, go into the pharmacy section and find the adult diapers, I always take a picture and send it to Caleb, because Caleb looks like the guys on the adult diaper ads, adult diapers.
I do pee myself often.
Dude, does Caleb not look like, I mean, this is definitely like the black version of Caleb. Like, if you roll up on Caleb, if you rolled up on Caleb, oh, dude, there's some really good ones in here. There's this one white guy. Let's see if I can find white guy. Where is he? Yes, Caleb. This is what we're going to, there you go. There you go. There you go. But you're packing heat, Caleb, which we're
Heck yeah, I am. That's that war pig.
There you go. So, I really wanted to have Marshall in here so he could come in and trash talk a little bit, but I guess you guys know the flow of the weekend, correct? Everybody who's watching the show, we've got a couple. Marshall, you took the wrong link, you dum-dum. Go back to your email. Of course, Marshall's in the show notes. Give me 2 seconds, guys, just so I can get Marshall in here, and then we'll break this thing down, because this will also be helpful for athletes that are not going to be showing up, that don't really know enough right now.
Well, I was curious, Caleb, are you bringing like a cot or something, or do you even know what we're sleeping on? It says sleeping pad, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna bring a sleeping bag, but I'm like, are we sleeping on the ground, or is there like a cot there, or should I bring like a sleeping pad? Like, I'm very confused.
I've only got a sleeping bag and a little stuffed pillow. That's all I've got.
Okay.
I don't know what we're sleeping on.
That's what I was gonna bring too, but I thought maybe there might be like little cots or something in there.
Okay, so there are cots. You have actual cot, so you have something to sleep in. In reality, like, you just want to have a good sleeping bag. I will tell you guys, like, weather-wise, like, it's gonna be like here in Malibu. If you guys can tell, like, I'm wearing a puff jacket and a hoodie on, and then midday you're gonna be in t-shirt and shorts. Like, it's just, you know, dude, you live down in San Diego. The weather changes like crazy.
Yeah, it's so weird. Every single, like, your microphone is like a really good microphone, but anytime you elevate your voice, it just goes straight static. It's been doing this for like weeks on the podcast. Like, anytime you get like a little bit, which is like the weirdest thing. Because isn't it for like gaming? Shouldn't you be able to like yell into that microphone and it'd be like fine?
Dude, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna tell you guys, like, hand on my heart, these girls came in here and adjusted the studio, and now my microphone sucks. And the camera, we can't fix it. And I've like spent days on end trying to fix it, and I don't know what's going on, man. I'm gonna have to like.
You hear that though, right? When
it happens all the time on the podcast. Anytime I listen to it,
all the time.
Dude, Tracy, you got into my house.
There it is again.
Oh my gosh, dude. There's got to be something in the settings. They came into my house and they attacked me. Okay, let's do audio for a second here. External headphones. Mic volume, reduce mic background noise. I'm going to try that.
You're not going to figure it out.
Echo can. What about now? Did it happen?
No.
Did it happen again?
Yeah, it did.
Tracy.
It's so bad.
Tracy, you're a fucking gypsy. You came into my house and you cast a spell. Nobody listens to my messages. No, like, dude, Cy, we went through all of your things. You're a dick, Cy. I've got this whole team of people that basically have manipulated me, but all right, anybody who's listening to the show, we're just going to break down and we're going to go over some of the things that are going on. We're going to have a little bit of trash talk. If you guys haven't figured out, we are going to the 𝗲𝗿 games, which is in Catalina this weekend, and basically we are going to be living on an island for 4 days competing against each other. First day is called Grit Day. It's all about endurance. Like, do you have the energy and the strength to suck it up through elements and time, distance, all that kind of stuff. Being that it's on an island, it's going to be very different than it was at the Olympic Training Center, because we are going to be doing a lot more vertical travel. We're going to be doing a lot more water stuff. Day 2 is going to be what we call field day. That is like almost all field sports. And then last but not least, we have what's called Survivor Day, which is considered is my favorite. This is where all of a sudden you're going to see all these jocks like really just get ate up by the fact that they can't do anything besides throw a football 10 yards. So I think this is where people like Cole, who grew up in the back And we got also Marshall growing up in the backwoods. Could be dangerous. We got someone soft like Jake who has a tan and lives in Hawaii. He will not make it through Survivor Day. Thoughts? Jake not here to defend himself?
I think you're right. I think Jake's a little pretty boy. I don't think he's going to do well that day. I think he's going to come just close to last place on every event on day 3.
All right, let's just break this down day by day. You guys know that we start out on grit day. We have a massive run. How do you guys feel about your endurance right now? It's huge.
Caleb's fat right now.
Oh!
Dude, Caleb, stand up real quick.
I'm not standing up.
What?
Come on.
No, I'm not standing up. You get to see it this weekend.
Marshall can't stand up because where are you going right now, Marshall?
I'm actually
He's
working
going to the
right
homeless shelter.
That's right. That's right. But, I mean, Cole Daddy, last time I saw you, you weren't really working out that much. We were at a wedding and you almost died on a 5-mile beach run.
I think I could go either first, second, or third.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Depends on how I played the first part of it, because I think it's like there's a cash reward. Or tell me if I'm wrong, but I think if you finish the first 4 miles first place, you get like that's points, and then if you finish the whole thing, that's also points. So
An undisclosed distance is what's called run to the top.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to let you guys use your brain cells here. You could probably go on Google Maps and try to find the tallest mountain there. The person to the top of that is going to win a prize. That is an isolated event, an isolated cash prize. The fight for your food clause means the people that do the best get paid first. Then you immediately roll over into a 10 to 18-mile run. And, you know, being that, like, let's just say I was with Kyle, like, you know, for that ultra marathon, it took us 7 hours to do 26 miles. So, you know, you take off 10 miles potentially of that, you're going to potentially bring it down to like 4 hours for the slower people.
Dude, that is. Wait, what time do you think we're going to start at? Because you're going to have to start early to get these people through this thing.
I may or may not tell you any of that information.
Interesting. Okay. But no, I think I'm going to be first or second on this. There's not many fast guys coming, so.
Aston DeMel is here, and Aston has never walked outside of a CrossFit gym, and the first time he did was at Battle Bunker last year, and he broke his ankle.
He's dead last.
He twisted his ankle on the fire road.
Yeah. Aston, if you don't beat Caleb,
He didn't beat me last year either.
do you guys remember when Dylan got smoked by Marissa in the very end? That was the biggest flex I've ever seen. I hope that happens. You guys know you're out on course with the girls too, so like you better not get Sam Briggs.
Aston, I believe you're going to be the heaviest one this year. I'm down to 225 right now, so unless you're topping 230, then it's you. Sorry about it.
Who do you guys think the most dangerous athlete is now that the Terminator's gone? Warpath.
I don't even know who's coming women-wise, honestly.
I know Corinna Kaufman.
Corinna's coming. She's
Corinna.
I think Corinna. Yeah.
Yeah, she's my pick. I think she'll take it. Yeah.
What about if Warpath swam from the shore to come out to compete against us? Do you think she could still beat us? She just doesn't take the boat.
Yeah.
She shows up last minute.
She fights off Great Whites the whole way.
I'm telling you guys, she could win the male division too, dude. How do you guys feel about your swimming? Because you know you have a big swim event day 1 also.
Poor. Very, very poor.
Warpig is a beluga whale. Hillbilly, if you
both gonna drown. You both are gonna look.
No, dude. Okay, the open water. I'm a little nervous. I won't lie.
Good.
But I survived starvation, so at least the swim part.
It's shorter than starvation, but it's definitely going to be harder than starvation. I'll give you
that's going to be Marshall and Cole in the water.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a wetsuit on though.
You got to get through 18 miles first, Caleb.
Come on. Don't worry. If I can get mid-pack, you guys are fucked for the rest of the weekend.
How many of you guys brought wetsuits?
I just got a new one yesterday.
You haven't broke it in yet?
I took your advice. I got it on Facebook Marketplace, so
It's cheap.
we'll see.
Is it but is it just a regular wetsuit or is it for triathlons?
No, it's a triathlon. When I made the mistake and did starvation, and a buddy of mine had one, and it ended up being like for scuba diving. So it was pretty miserable.
Was it just like you couldn't move?
There's a lot of drag in it, like no buoyancy at all. So
All right.
Don't make
yeah, but this one's for legit triathlon. Also, do we have buoys for the first swim?
You just swim 2 buoys.
Okay, so we're not.
You can swim with buoys on also. We're going to give people the opportunity to have like any kind of like safety equipment additions that they want to have. But I'll just tell everybody, it's like every single piece of equipment you add on to yourself, the slower you're going to be. Like if you decide to all of a sudden, you could take a flotation device out with you, I guess, if you really like to. Like we have them. But you'll lose. And, you know, the reality of these situations is like you could swim without a wetsuit, but a wetsuit's probably going to make you faster also. They do make you faster, so you probably want to have that. You guys are going to be in the water, in and out of the water for several hours this weekend. So anybody who's listening to this, I would just say if you have the ability to get your hands on a wetsuit, you probably should. And we're going to have like fires on the beach and stuff, so you guys will be able to stay warm, but it will be fucking cold.
Do you have booties, Marshall, or no?
No,
You talking about those little flotation devices on his arms?
No, the shoes, like the wetsuit shoes.
No.
Oh, yeah. No, you don't need that.
You don't think?
Do you have a
you said
wetsuit,
we're gonna
Cole?
be in and out of water for hours, so I feel like that would be like pretty comfortable, especially if it's like rocky and stuff. And...
Being
I don't
that
know.
you,
I was.
I wouldn't worry about that shit. He's just trying to get in your head, dude. He's making you look like a pussy. Okay, so field day. This is where you guys are really going to get into the weeds. I'm not going to lie. I've got my money on Jake winning day 1, like almost all out. This is not me being biased whatsoever. I just have done an Ironman against him and trained against the guy several times. I don't know anybody who can run that fast and also swim that fast, so you guys are going to want to be as close to Jake as possible because you guys will likely stuff Jake day 2.
I think Jake will get 4 points on day 1 based on my calculations.
There's only 3 events, so you think he's
I thought
going to
you
come
said
second?
that the race to the top of the hill counts as another point.
That's 2 total on the run.
Yeah, so that's 3 events total. So you think he's going to come second place in something?
Yeah.
Did you make that math up yourself, or did you just catch yourself not being able to add?
No. He's gonna get second place on something.
All right.
I think Jake, and Jack are going to go back and forth on the swim.
Really?
I
What
believe
makes
so.
I really don't know anything about Jack Driscoll. I think, is his name John Driscoll also? I don't know anything about the guy. What, is he a good swimmer?
I mean, he beat me last year by 2 seconds. However, I was cramping in my calves every time I would push off, I would cramp. But he beat me
In the
by 2
500-meter
seconds.
swim?
Yeah. I got 3rd last year in the swim. He got 2nd. Jake got 1st.
Well, that's going to be tough.
I feel like it's just gonna be whoever like has actually swam in like open ocean, and I don't think Jack Driscoll's ever swam outside of a pool.
He swam with Jake when he went to go visit him in Hawaii.
He went. Yeah.
But that's one time.
Yeah, I'm just
He's
going to
done
give
an
you guys
Ironman before.
a big heads up. It's not open ocean. I mean, it's in a bay. It's not that
Open
hardcore.
bay.
Open bay. There are seagulls, pelicans. There are beasts that will eat you. They won't be able to get their hands on Caleb. He's too big. Okay, so day 2, being field day. This is where you have people like Aston coming in. I wish Warpath was here because I'd love to just see her go to head-to-head. You got Emily Lugman. You've got Lauren Stallwood. Who are some of the other like really macho girls that are coming?
Is Katie Simonson coming?
Katie's coming.
She is coming. Yeah, she never told me if she was or not.
I think she's coming. I think like this is the day that I get excited about because I just get to pull out a lawn chair and watch you guys just beat the shit out of each other. like flags is one of these kind of things where it's like it's not that hardcore, but it can get very hardcore. Like I could totally imagine Caleb bodying Cole super hard to get a flag.
100%.
I don't even know what we're doing.
Don't worry about it.
You've never looked this up? You should look up. Here, I'll just bring it up.
Oh, it's just the.
It's like it's a lifeguard, whatever, like flag racing, right? You start.
Just look up flag racing on YouTube, and you'll see why you're gonna get bodied.
Is there any sort of agility in it?
100%. It's all agility.
Oh, then you don't have a chance.
I mean, it's a pretty hardcore event. Here, watch this. Share screen, entire screen. It's this event right here. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. These guys lay down, back, sprint.
Caleb, what makes you think that you're a better sprinter than I am?
Ask Hunter. I have power in the first 40 yards.
Yeah, but you have to get that oil tanker of a body of yours off the ground and turn it and then sprint.
Are you talking about the 200 y'all ran?
I played football my whole life.
Yeah.
That's quick.
You got to get up. Yeah, I've been watching the NFL lately, dude. Those guys, when they get hit, they get up off the ground as if that somebody had like a spring-loaded machine. It's insane. It is really, really insane.
So wait, how are we wrestling each other here? We're just sprinting over. We're grabbing a first one to get the flag, and the last person is eliminated.
The reality is, I'm trying to get like a freeze frame here.
Flags. 6 people, 5 flags. 1 is eliminated each time.
Oh, that's cool.
Watch this again. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to pause right there. Do you see this row of flags?
Yeah.
You see how these guys are like basically on top of each other right here? You know, it's a cut down thing. So basically, if you get bumped out the first round, like you get 20 points. If you get bumped out the next round, you get 15 points. You get bumped out the next round, you get 10 points. It's kind of like the Bob test, but the Bob test is just like one grouping. You do not want to get knocked out in the first round. Otherwise, you get like a humongous grouping of points.
Gotcha.
You get that? So imagine Jake comes first place in every single event, but then he gets knocked out the first round, and I don't remember the exact point scoring, but let's just say he's going to get 20 points for this. He's now at 23. Even if you sucked like and came 5th place in 3 events, but you come in the top bracket for this, you're now ahead of him, even though he's won 3 events. It's one of these kind of things where if you're just not like snappy and intense, you're done.
Jake told me that he I don't know if he had insider information or something, but he was sprinting on the beach like a month and a half ago with Jack Driscoll, and he said he beat him every single time in this. So
we've been talking about this for a long time, and also
okay. I have not been paying attention then. So I think Jake's gonna do pretty well in this event.
Jake the Snake?
Yeah, he lives on the beach.
That's what I'm saying. I
think
he could potentially win every event so far if he wanted
to. So what we need to do as a team collectively is just box him out. You get on one side, I get on the other, and just don't let him pass us.
Dude, I feel like there's gonna be like a specialist in this. Like, who won the Pugil sticks last year? Wasn't it the lacrosse guy?
Yeah.
I don't think he's not coming this year though. I don't think
so. But what if there's a specialist? Where there's someone who like this is all they do? And it's not you, Caleb.
It's definitely not me. I'm not a specialist, but I will get in the top.
But that was impressive last year because he crushed that thing because he just had like the power from just like hitting people with sticks.
He knew what to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. Also, my hand kept getting ripped out of that thing, and I felt like it wasn't really like my fault.
How many of you guys can deadlift over 500 pounds right now?
No.
Cole, I saw you. You're thick like a tree trunk right now.
I don't know. I'll probably hit like 475 or something, but I'll probably just see what other people are doing. Are you doing it? So I was thinking about this.
Cole's got the same body as a panda. Very dense.
More of like a gorilla, really good for body deadlifting.
Panda.
But
Panda.
are
Definitely
you
not a
gonna do it like
gorilla.
the way I like the way like CrossFit does it, where like they like put out a weight and then everyone can either hit that weight or they can not hit that weight, and then it goes to the next weight. But if you like miss like 2 times, then you're out. Like when they did it with like the clean ladders and that stuff.
This is actually going to be even more intense than that. I'm not going to explain it until the day of, but it is going to be it's very similar style. But when you get there, knowing that when you get there, you're going to have to fight like a fucking dog. It's not just straightforward lift. So I'm very excited about this. And
Can you
Is it
tell
a
us if
ladder?
you get multiple attempts? Say like you miss one. Are you getting another attempt, or is like, oh, dude,
I
you
will
screwed up?
not share that information.
All right.
I will not share that information.
Okay, this is where Jake's gonna get dead last because you can only deadlift like 400 pounds.
Caleb, you deadlifted over 5 with me that day.
Yeah, you didn't. So it was funny. Marshall, he just put weight on the bar, and I don't know kilograms. I was like, I don't know how fucking much weight I'm doing. He says, just fucking lift it. I was like, okay. I had no clue what I lifted. What was it like?
It's like 515 or something like that.
Yeah, I thought it was a little more. I thought it was 525. But
You always think it's more, dude.
Loser.
I was like, I don't know how much I'm lifting. This was 2-3 weeks after I had my surgery, so I was like, let's see what the fuck happens. I had a bloody nose. I was like dying.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about your strongman capabilities?
Really good.
Yeah.
Really? Dude,
Better than a barbell.
We were doing a lot of strongman stuff 2 years ago when I was living down there. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty good unless it's like pick a bag and put it over something where like I'm the shortest guy and it's like okay, it's pretty easy for everyone else to like push it over something.
Yeah,
then
but
I'm good.
What about if the next challenge is crawling under stuff? Like you're now at advantage.
It doesn't really give like someone shorter as good of an advantage. But no, we had like a bar set up and we were all like throwing like a sandbag over it. And I feel like I was the only one who didn't get like the last one because we just kept making it higher and higher. But everyone was over 6 feet tall. So I was like, this is kind of so as long as it's not that and we're just carrying stuff, then I'm good.
You know what we talked about at all is Phil. Phil's also coming, dude. Like Phil's dangerous. I know that he rolled his ankle, but if he's healthy, like Phil could show up and come top 3 in the first 2 events.
No,
he won't do well in the run.
No, he won't.
Dude, Phil used to be an insane runner.
Do you remember what he got last year? He was like bottom 4, bottom 5 with me.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think he'll get like 15th place in the run.
Fuck, Phil.
And then
big game.
Yeah, it was funny. Like the people who just fucking bombed the run ended up being first and second on the podium.
Fuck. I had no clue.
But he'll do okay on the swim. I bet he could be top 5 on the swim. I don't know how good of a swimmer he is compared to you and Jake.
Dude, he's jacked. Like these first 3 events for him are going to be insane. First 4 events. Because we're going from flags, he's quick. He was a soccer player. This max deadlift, like I think he'll be top 3 for sure there.
I don't think so.
What?
They got a guy, Preston, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, that dude deadlifts like that dude snatches like 285 pounds.
Yeah, I know, but I swear there's some guys coming that can do like 530 plus. There was
a grouping of like 6-7 of us that deadlifted 525 to like 540, and then there's this Preston guy hit like 600 or something, 595.
Who the fuck's Preston?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think.
Are you talking about
Preston Pavlica or whatever his name is?
Dude, I can't remember the name of the guy. I call him the honky tonk man, Big Hoss. There was this dude that came to the qualifiers who came in and he buried everybody on the squats and deadlifts. And he was built like an ice road trucker. And the guy came in and smoked Phil on the squats. He was jacked. I hope he's still coming. I can't remember his name.
Are you talking about Colby? I think Colby.
He was there. He was like a younger guy.
Yeah, that was Colby.
Is he coming?
That was Colby. Jack Driscoll beat him on the squats, though.
Really?
He got 60 squats in 30 minutes at 225.
Yeah, but wait until he's shoulder to shoulder with Colby, because Colby will eat him alive. Colby doesn't know anything but winning.
Do we know where Jack did his qualifier at?
outer space where the gravity is lower.
Because we never saw any videos of anything where he did it, so we don't know.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. My money is on Colby. I forgot about him. Is he showing up?
I don't think
I
he
think so.
qualified.
He lives in like I think he lives in like Fresno or somewhere. So he's pretty close.
I think he qualified.
Yeah, I think he qualified too.
I thought the last couple events knocked him out of it. I think he just like did so well in the first part and then just blew his load.
Well, I'm just saying. I think there's a good amount of guys. I think Marcel's right. There's a good amount of guys who are going to deadlift over like 530, and I think Phil's going to be just over 500. I think he's going to be around that 510 to 520 mark, which might put him in like 7th to 8th place, which is like pretty low for that good of a deadlift.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to put Jake in like 21st, 22nd place.
Dude, I think Jake is going to get 8 up through this next section.
Okay, so that's Jake way down the leaderboard. So what do we got next?
Dude, some lady's saying you look like Ted Lasso, Caleb.
We
don't have hands on here. Of course, when Caleb shows up with his pervert mustache, we got one. Guys, I don't know if you noticed, but I've been growing mine too. Look at that. Look at that little caramel macchiato. You guys,
12-year-old boy.
you shut in the eye, dude. All right, Cole, are you gonna let yours grow out a little bit more before this event?
Dude, that's actually not a bad idea. I didn't really think about it.
Let's
Remember
go.
in Dubai?
Let's go.
You've got 3 days. You're not growing anything in 3 days.
Is my voice crackling again?
Like
so bad.
crazy.
Really?
Oh yeah.
How the fuck do I fix this thing? I don't get it. I don't understand. What the fuck was the point of spending all the money on this shit? Is it going again?
No, it's that. It did it again.
Fuck my life.
It's actually really bad today comparatively to what it's been.
All right, I'm going to try something.
What's his face? Sai said something about turning off echo earlier. Get rid of echo cancellation.
Is there echo when I talk?
No.
All right.
All right, he's out of here. Wait, what was the next event after that? Deadlifts.
I don't know.
I think it's a strongman medley.
Aston said something good. He goes, you got to factor in the fatigue from the run and the swim and all of that stuff too from the day previously. Like I think that run is going to beat the shit out of people, and they're just not going to be used to it.
You really think that's going to affect the deadlifts a lot?
Yeah,
I do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys hear me better now?
We can hear you. It's just your when you raise your voice.
I don't know what to say, man. I blame science. Yeah, you get trashed after the run. Swimming doesn't really fatigue you that much. If you guys get really cold, though, that will fuck you up.
Yeah.
I would definitely bring a lot of warm gear. Make sure your guys' sleeping bags are dynamite. Like if you guys are up all night being cold, you'll just shake and be cold all night long. You'll wake up just weak.
Hey Hunter, go to your settings real quick. Go to your audio.
Yeah.
And then turn off echo cancellation.
Right now.
Did you just turn it off?
I just turned it on.
Keep it on. See if that makes a difference.
Okay. I blame Cole for this one. All right. Then you guys have this kind of like high intensity event, which is kind of a throw up in the air for any of you guys. You're all really good at this kind of stuff. Then you guys have what we call the Hybricon PT test, which is just going to be, whoa. Someone just donated us $2. That's right.
It didn't work. It didn't work.
Dang it. Did it just break again?
Yeah.
Fuck ass. How are you guys feeling about your guys at your 1 mile time trial right now?
I feel good. I think I know, well, with the run and everything that's prior to that and all the workouts, I think I could go anywhere between 5:30 and 5:45 with fatigue legs.
Wait, is it on? Are we talking?
Yeah.
Cement?
What's the terrain like? Yeah.
It's flat as a pancake.
We talking cement? We talking dirt? We talking sand?
It's like a dirt path. I mean, it's like a fire road. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like probably like 505 to 510.
That would be insane after all this.
You think? I don't
think
think so.
You think anybody's got the guts to break a 5-minute mile after? You guys are going to be running for 3 to 4 hours the day before, plus swimming, plus like 4 hours of competing. You guys know you have like 6 hours of competing on day 2.
I think Jake can break sub 5. He did.
No, I don't think anyone's breaking sub 5 after all that.
Oh, dude, Jake definitely has it.
I think it's the window of rest. You come straight out of. Was there like 3 other movements in the PT test, and then straight to the mile?
Yeah.
You guys have push-ups, clean bag jerks, and then a ball throw.
What's the rest in between each? Do you know? Or can we know?
Timing on each. Let's just say the whole thing in total is 90 minutes.
Okay. That's just like the past test.
Yeah, it's meant to be just like what you guys do if you were like doing a military screening.
Done that.
It's just like get it done, get through it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a pass fail, you said?
Yeah, no, it's not pass fail. It's just like a military screening test. Like it's going to be scored. Like
Okay.
you're really good at push-ups, so I'm assuming the fact that you could pull $500 for this push-up contest is probably pretty high.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude. Never mind.
Yeah. I mean, by the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie. I assume that all you guys are gonna be pretty fucking fried, and I'm just gonna be sitting there in my lawn chair. I may bring out my bike to ride alongside you guys in the mile because I think that's gonna be hardcore. But I'm also super excited to watch. I'm super excited to watch a lot of you guys get checked.
In the mile?
Who's the fastest female? Is it Emily? Probably.
I'm sure Emily is insane. I think Lugman's probably insane. Part of me doesn't know anything about that 𝗕𝗟𝗏 girl. Like, she works out a shit ton, but I don't know how good she is. But she looks super fit.
No, I think it's actually gonna be Emily, because remember when we did the for the qualifier, we did like, what was it, like a 1 mile run into dumbbell DT?
Yeah.
Dude, she was like 5 seconds behind me on that run. And I ran like I don't know, I think I did it in like a 5:50. And she ran like a 5:55 going into DT. And that was after we did the squats. Like pretty soon after we did those.
Yo, Marshall, I think you gotta mute yourself.
Do you have a train going by, Marshall?
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah.
Remember I told everybody, I'm like, you guys have to have good audio and everything, and Marshall just shows up in a car.
He just left.
Yeah. I don't know what the heck is going on with this stupid ass microphone. I've given up on
I can still hear you when the mic's far away.
Yeah, okay. We'll try that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scream really loud. Ah.
It worked.
Maybe that's it, guys.
No, it
No, it's super cracky.
All right, whatever. I give up on this whole thing pretty soon. Not gonna lie. Okay, so Survivor Day. I was supposed to talk to Austin this morning about this kind of stuff, but I'm not going to share the info until I talk to Austin. But you guys know that you guys have. What do you guys know about Survivor Day so far? No, don't share that. What do you got? I'm not going to talk about it. Let's just talk about sumo fighting.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I know about it. That, and then whatever the fire thing is, and
you guys know about pole wrestling?
The mass wrestling? Yes.
Oh my God! Have you seen what you're doing, Cole?
You guys are so fucked.
No. Oh,
Especially
yeah.
Aston.
No, it's like
Especially
the strong. Yeah.
Dude, this is got to be. I think this is going to be the most exciting event at the games.
Yeah, no. I got into like a rabbit hole of like watching all of these like competitions and stuff, and they are crazy.
Dude, this is definitely Caleb and Aston right here. Oh, dude, I'm so excited about this.
God,
Between the
that's
two
a
of
fucking
those,
blast.
between the two of those guys, this is gonna happen for sure. You see this where the guy gets like catapulted over the top.
Oh, that's me and Marshall.
Oh my
throw him
God.
behind me.
I mean,
Like,
look at
I
the
don't know how you're
size
gonna
of
do
these
the like pick who goes against who. Is it gonna be like first place on the leaderboard versus like last place?
it's just bracket styled seating.
Yeah, but like, how do you pick it?
Well, based on if you're in 24th place, you go against first place.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at his
Okay.
face right here, dude. Look at that. Your eyes are going to be popping out of your head. You're going to have wrinkles on the back of your head. You're going to be pulling so hard. I mean, I'm going
to pull Aston's hamstrings off the fucking bone.
2020. Here, guys, we got our little wrestling championship right here. Let's watch this. Let's get down and dirty. Look at that. Look at that Grundle shot right there.
Yum.
I might just make this a tournament in Malibu every year. Oof.
It's kind of a glitchy video, but
is it?
Yeah.
Maybe you have shit service because I'm living the dream over here.
It's super glitchy.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Man, this is great on my end. But ooh. Yeah. I think the thing
that's the best.
If I had to guess the bet, see how high this guy's feet are?
Yeah.
I think you have to really, you can do that so you don't get pulled over the top, but then your ass gets lifted up. So in my mind, you got to stay as low as possible and try to bring your shoulder blades back. Like you see how these guys, they get curved over really quickly. I think you got to try to get your shoulder blades back and start to like suck it under and pull almost like a really, really deep row. But this is going to be crazy.
Has anyone actually tried this? Like Caleb or Marshall, have you guys ever tried doing this?
No. When pole wrestling was announced, I kind of went to like the challenge MTV pole wrestling. Like I had no idea what this was until I looked it up. So I haven't tried any of it.
No, I'm just thinking if someone had just gone and like tried this a few times, I guarantee there's some like pretty like good strategies. Like you saw a guy where he just turns to the side and he just gets that guy out. I guarantee if someone actually tried doing this a few times, you could probably dominate like almost everybody if you're big enough.
Did you know who I totally forgot to mention is Matt Morton? Do you guys remember Matt Morton?
No.
Oh, wasn't he? He's huge. What? Where was he at? Where'd you compete against him?
This is Matt Morton. I mean, this is him back in 2017.
Is he competing?
Look at
he's coming.
Look at his head. He looks like a more muscular version of Brent Hastert.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's been out of competition a while.
Dude, look at those abs. The abs are a mountain range. This guy, there's a chance that this guy is going to eat you guys the fuck up on a lot of this stuff.
No, there's not. There's no chance at all.
I worked out with him in 2018. I went to, what is it called? His pec. I mean, look at the muscle separation.
Caleb, you don't look like that. I'm just saying. You
don't need to. Don't need to. It still beat you last year, though.
Caleb will float. Caleb will float in water, or Matt will sink. I'm just saying, this guy right here, I worked out with him at Power Monkey Camp in 2018. He is a real fucking savage. He's a real savage.
Didn't he deadlift like 560 or 5 something? He was up there pretty high, I thought, on the leaderboard.
Probably without even trying, dude.
Yeah.
He won, like, you remember the IF3, like the International Professional Fitness League or whatever the fuck it's called? He won one of those. I don't know how far he made it in CrossFit, like games wise, but he's a beast. I think he's something you guys got to remember. There's a couple dark horses in this thing that I think we're just not mentioning that well, that may just come up and clean up.
Well, we would know who was competing if Hydrocon would get on it and tell us who all is actually competing.
Miraglia is coming, right?
That's true.
Dylan is, yeah.
He'll probably have the most dangerous mustache there.
No, he won't. He has a full beard now.
Does he?
Yeah, he got kids and just went off full beard.
I'm not gonna lie, the people who go like Viking beard, they creep me out. You know, like they kind of like get this and then have like the extended chin. Not my thing. Okay, so just down to sumo wrestling. Do you think any of you guys have an outstanding chance? Because this is like, it's not real sumo wrestling. It's like takedowns and push-outs. but it has to be like an official takedown. It can't just be like if you trip somebody over and get them to fall completely, that's a takedown. But if you have like a roll and you hit your back first, but you roll over and show control as you follow through, that's a takedown.
Okay, that was a question I had, like for push outs. Say if I pull somebody out, but my back hits first, like kind of like a backwards roll over the top of them, like am I out because I hit the ground first?
It's technically the person who has control. So, like, if you hit your back and he just lands on top of you pancake style, you didn't have control. But if you do one of those things where you do, like, kind of a kick over, then you have control and you took the guy out. But I would be careful on the edges because if you don't do it just perfectly, you're going to lose a point for sure. It's one of these kind of things where it's not worth it. It's going to be rugged. I can't believe I got a $2 donation for my headset, bitches.
Cole, do you have any wrestling experience?
Besides GoRuck games, no.
Okay.
We did it, but that was like kind of like weird. But we did it there.
Y'all had like the weapons thing though. That was kind of stupid.
Yeah. No, it was. No, I lost to Michael.
Weren't there some major upsets there?
I don't know if there was any I didn't think there was anything like that major. Like I thought Carly was going to win the whole competition, and then, I wish I'd got pinned up against Matt in the beginning instead of Michael, but because Michael was like 30 pounds bigger than Matt, so that would have been like a better like matchup. But it was bracket style, so it kind of made sense who you got matched up with.
Who did Matt have to go against?
DJ Fox.
Dude, do you remember when Matt had to go against Mac?
Oh, dude, that was actually crazy. Yeah, the first year, Mac was weighing like 220, 230, and Matt was like 165, 170 pounds. That was
Matt didn't do bad.
He did not do that bad. Like that was like it felt like it was like making Mac angry because I think Mac thought he was just gonna dominate Matt like super quickly. Which I'm hoping that happens. I'm hoping like Jake is in there just like juking people like crazy against these like huge guys. Like that is going to be what's going to make this awesome.
Yeah.
Like, do you think Jack Driscoll can do any of this wrestling?
No.
He's a firefighter.
He fights fires, not people.
Didn't he not do well in the tire event?
No, he did really well.
No, yeah.
He got third or fourth.
No, he got third. I got fourth. We tied.
Yeah.
We got the exact same time. But the thing was about that event is like
he got the first time.
We were also way smaller than the top two guys on that, which is like kind of
me and Aston.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, I just got another $5. What are we gonna spend it on?
Happy hippos for Caleb.
Dude, I wish I knew more about Jack. I feel like he's like a stellar athlete, and he wasn't like in a pretty good position to do well last year.
An obstacle course.
Yeah, the obstacle course got him at the end, but
yeah,
was he leading, or he took the lead from Jake going into the course, right?
Yeah, and he couldn't make it through the obstacle course, and he dropped like a ton of points. But like that's the thing, you might just get a ton of points on some of these events if you get out quickly.
I would say, other than one event this entire weekend, nothing is so skill-based that it would put anybody out.
I think the point spreads are going to be bigger than last year because honestly, last year I think me and Caleb tied right in points, and then we were only like 2 points back from Phil, and I think Jake was only like 2 points back from us. Like we were all like very, very close in points. I think some of these events are going to create bigger.
We have so many more events now, though.
I know.
I think that's going to
last year.
Yeah, I think it's going to expand it.
I really want to see how much guts you guys have left after day 2. Because you'll be moving for 5 hours day 1, and then you'll be competing like stage ready for 6 hours day 2, and then day 3 is like boom, 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 boom. Get on a boat, get out of here.
How are we doing the underwater portion? Like
it's not that bad. I mean, like it's just cover a distance underwater. I mean, you'll have to get to a buoy. You'll see, like, if you guys all should bring goggles, like for sure. Otherwise, you're just spot checking underwater. You know, the water's so clear, you're not going to have any issues seeing.
Well, how are you, if the underwaters are one event, how are you judging who wins that event for like the $500?
Time.
Time. Okay.
Time. It's not that difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are so lucky. The water in Catalina is so incredibly gorgeous. Like, you can see, 50 to 100 feet underwater. It's incredible.
That's awesome.
I don't know if you guys know about this event. I'll just share it. Like, you guys know that you have a diving contest, right?
That's the retrieval event, I think.
Yeah, the retrieval event. That one's going to be really sick. So that one's kind of bracket style, where basically, you guys have 8 athletes. You all sprint into the water, and the first people to get back up on shore. So you guys have to go out a certain distance into the water, and then come right back up on shore. And it's like, the last athletes get dropped, and it just keeps on sprinting down and down. So it's kind of like one of those Baywatch scenes where you have to like sprint into the water and then dive and then like have to get yourself down and then rescue and then get out. Like, that one I think is going to be super fucking hardcore, like flags.
So you have to retrieve something. It's not just a swim.
I mean, retrieving is very limited. You've ever seen a dive pool toy? It's like a bright pink ring. Yeah.
I'm not concerned about it, but I thought it was just going to be like a swim 50 back or something like that, and then it's just like knockout like we did in the round.
That's the difference between somebody being able to swim quickly and be able to swim competently. Like, there's a difference in the two tests. Like, if we just want to watch you guys swim fast again, we would just make you swim fast again. Like, the ability to get out there, take a breath, take a dive, grab the item. Because we've already tested this, and you'd be surprised how stupid people get between the surface and the floor. Like, it's incredible. Like, I'm like, how the fuck did it take you three attempts to get that thing? And especially like if you're sprinting, like, you can gash yourself, stuff like that. So it's a cool test. Like, there's some people that literally just do it like, it's nothing, like a dog chasing a tennis ball. But there are other people that just can't do it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a sick test. I think Jake's going to win this one again. That's another win for Jake right there. Nope, not Caleb. Definitely not.
That's all I do.
All you do is just dive for toys.
So when during I jump in the pool and go after the kitty toys. But like water confidence
training, like, everyone's like, what have you been up to? It's just like, just got a bat. He opens up his gym bag. It's not like chalk or wraps or bells. It's just pool toys.
No, in the military, all I did was like water confidence drills, where it was like subsurface maneuvers where you have to swim hard and you have to go down and get stuff. I mean, that's my background. I know Jake is going to be proficient in the water too. He surfs, he does all this stuff.
I think Jack does well in the water too. Nobody knows too much about him, but everything we've seen in the water, like, he seems to do well.
Yeah. The thing is like, when you see all these, like, the BPN guys always just like running marathons, powerlifting, and doing like tri-bike stuff, you just don't know how good of an athlete they really are. Like, that's the thing. Like, I've competed against a lot of those guys that end up just doing the powerlifting, the tri-bike, and the slow marathons, and you just bury them because they just haven't done a lot of athletic stuff. You know, always the most impressive person to me when we got into contests like this was Ryan Atkins. Like, the dude had the highest ceiling aerobically and basically like the lowest ceiling when it came to competency. And he would just find a way to gut out everybody. Like, he gutted out everybody in the dead balls. He would gut people out in CrossFit workouts. He would just fucking do it. And he would never train like that. And he just fucking beast mode everybody.
Dude, I wish Matt Kempson was coming. Matt, actually, he's always like the most unassuming person, but he would always like come and like crush stuff like this.
Yeah. K-Dog was always intense, dude.
Yeah. Are we gonna say who we think is gonna get top 3? I know Caleb's just gonna put himself, but
all right. Since you let off, why don't you say?
Oh man, if I gotta put it in order, if I want to be honest on who I think, if I want to say I was betting and I actually wanted to get it right, I would probably put. I guess I'm gonna put Phil, me, Jake.
You're going to come second?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right here in this text you sent, you says, I think I'll get 5th or 6th, but I'll pretend I'm going to win every event. That was a text that you sent me.
I switched it
Right
around.
there. Right there.
I got pretty fit.
This is how you beat somebody is by you throw false information out there.
The false information is him getting 2nd.
Nope. This is good.
Oh, dude. That's insane. All right. What's your prediction, Warpig?
I think number 3. I'm gonna say Phil number 3, Jake number 2, me number 1. I think I'm gonna be consistent throughout day 2, and then day 3 it's gonna be 1 and 2 for me.
One thing I want to bring up, you guys might not win this entire thing, but you could win like 5 to 8 events and walk away with a bunch of money. You guys,
I think I'm going to be consistent throughout the weekend. I think that's why I'm going to take it.
If you win 1 or 2 events, you've covered every single dollar you've spent to come out to this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, obviously, like, if you win a bunch of events and then win the whole weekend, you get a great paycheck. Supposedly, 𝗍𝗍𝗄 dropped out because he didn't like the scoring anymore, and it wasn't worth his time if he wasn't going to make any money. And I'm pretty sure 𝗍𝗍𝗄 has not been paid $1 for competing in, like, I don't know, besides Battle Bunker in the past 8 years. Unless it's a Telemundo show. That pussy.
Well, yeah, Michael said the same thing, and I thought, or something like similar. And I actually wanted to see Michael at this event because I think Michael actually would have done pretty well across the board at all of these things.
How well did Michael do in GoRuck games 2 years ago?
Good. He's solid. He's solid on everything. He doesn't.
What did he take?
2nd place.
Oh, he did. So what did he walk away with, like 12 grand?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
I don't know, man. Like, being that I've been a bounty hunter like my entire career, going around to competitions, and being that I've almost won, if not come top 3 in all of these things, when I hear a bunch of people bitching and moaning about money, I was like, dude, unless you are like Michael Phelps, like, you got to shut up when it comes to cash. Like, you got to be a freak to complain about money. And, like, that's part of the deal. Like, you invest money in the potential of doing like getting money back. That's gambling. Mm-hmm. And also, like, you're never going to get better unless you keep on competing. Like, doing a bunch of YouTube, like, hack job tests isn't going to make you a better athlete. I'll just tell you the truth. Like, the people that I always compete against that do sick in the gym are always bitches on the field. And, like, that's just the reality. Like, I don't know why these guys in the the 11th hour decided to pull out because the cash isn't what they were looking forward towards. But I don't know, man.
Do you think it's a change up in the fight for your food clause instead of just the overall payout?
I mean, in reality, I think it's far more fair, and you can make more money. It's far more fair because the reality is like,
never pull out.
Yeah, like, all these guys, like, you guys could all walk away with some cash this weekend, and like, it's far more like well distributed. But dude, if you think about it, like, how many events did Jake win last year? Like 4 or 5?
4,
yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, but that was half. Like, it was a third, if not half, the amount of events, dude. Jake would have walked away with $2,500 last weekend, but he didn't even get on the podium. So Jake was like a super stellar athlete who just didn't perfect. Like, if he didn't roll his ankle, he probably would have won the thing, but nothing lined up perfectly for him, and he didn't even get to walk away with any cash. But he did a stellar job. And I think at this point, and especially in this hybrid space, like, I think you have to give opportunities to like specialists and generalists, and that's how you're going to bring the best people in. And like, it's not like our sport and field is not like High Rocks right now, where it's this like global thing where everybody's going to try to chase after it. I think like the hybrid space, now that CrossFit's dying and GoRuck game is dying, the community, or people who are designing these events, have to find different ways to bring in athletes to make things a little bit more equitable for everybody to compete. Because in reality, like, Ryan Atkins, if he probably knew about this event and we told him about the cash prizes, Ryan would come and Ryan would probably win 50% of these events, but not win the weekend. And like, I like that. He may not be on the podium, but fuck, he's walking away with some cash. That's why I did the fight for your food thing. And also, you're going to recognize the reason why we did fight for your food is because guess what? Like,
people are going to start going harder.
Hard. Like, I want you guys on day 3 killing each other. Because guess what? Like, there's going to be somebody in the spread on day 2 who's so far ahead of the rest of you guys that's not even worth competing anymore. But somebody like Aston or somebody like Jack or somebody like Jake, people who are more on the extreme end of the fringe, like Aston's going to kill fucking Caleb and Caleb's going to kill Aston on day 3, even if they're not in the point standings, because they want to win the sumo wrestling and walk away with $500. You know, there might be somebody who's so good at running that we're not even talking about that's going to win the run to the top event and maybe both events day 1 and then never even be talked about for the next 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. In my mind, like, I'm going to be sitting there clapping my hands the whole time. I was more excited to compete than you guys were last week, especially when there's, like, pugil sticks and wrestling. Like, I was rubbing my hands together and clapping. You guys were so hyper-focused, you couldn't see how excited I was, but I had the time of my life. I don't want to see people start to recede when they realize that they're not in position to get cash.
Yeah. No, I like that. I hope someone has never camped before and just, like, freaks out.
Oh, dude, I would say 50% of the field.
That's my favorite.
Dude, it's not like normal tents though, right? Like we're all staying together.
No, you're in like a bunk tent. Like you have cots and everything like that. But here's the reality: you wake up, and then you go into like a porta potty and like a general shower. You're gonna have to like make your own food and stuff in the morning. Like if you guys have the capabilities, I would bring jet boils and your own food. Like we're going to serve you guys food, but it's not this thing where you're at the Olympic Training Center where you turn a faucet and water's just flowing out. You have like a closet. You have to be a little bit more designed and organized. It's going to be much colder. Like it's different. And the fact that you guys are going to be wet and cold and hot and sunny and cold and sandy and it will change things for people. I will tell you, like some of the fittest athletes I've ever met, as soon as you get them a little bit off the beaten path, they just become huge pussies. Do you remember a couple years ago when we did the first ever version of the Spartan Games in 2019 at
in Vermont?
And no, not in Vermont. It was in Tahoe.
Oh yeah, it was with
the CrossFit athletes.
Chandler. Yep.
Yeah, like those guys, like they blew up. You know who was really good was the cowboy. You remember what's his name?
Yeah, that guy was really good. I remember watching that. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He just and that's because he grew up in the desert in Nevada on a farm, and he was just a fucking freak. You're like, whoa, this farm boy just leveled the fuck up. This was funny. Back in 2013, so I had just raced the Spartan Race World Championships, and I was sponsored by Reebok. So they brought a bunch of CrossFit Games athletes to do the same Spartan course. They had to medevac all of the athletes off of the course at mile 8 because they were so fucked up. Yeah. It was insane. Yeah, it's like, wait a second, weren't you guys at the CrossFit Games in August? They had to be medically evacuated out. It was insane. So, this will be interesting. This will be really interesting. All right, boys. Wait, you never said your championship bracket.
To be honest, I think I'll put Cole. Don't take it to the head, but I'll put you first. Actually.
Whoa.
Oh,
whoa. Caleb, do you hear that?
No one's even mentioned Marshall once in the standings.
Dude, I'll be consistent. I'm just I still remember your comment. Like, focus on battle bunkers instead of stupid triathlons and whatever. So I'll put Cole. I think Phil and then Jake top 3.
Cole hasn't gotten first place in God knows how long.
Dude, I think with the wide range of events and just his experience and things like this, like if I'm being honest, I do have a shot at the top 3, but I'll be consistent, but I'm not going to be stupid and let people talk shit about me for putting me up there and not making it again.
Since me and you are on the podium, who's taking over? Me? Who's going to be better, me or you in the weekend? Since neither of us
between the two of us,
yeah.
Dude, I heard you went to Hunter's training camp and ate Happy Hippos all weekend.
Fuck yeah, I did. I also got really sick, and I lost a lot of weight.
Dude, you're either hurt or you're sick or you're fat. Like, what is it, dude?
Dude,
it's always something.
Everybody comes up to Crestline to come work out, and they always say that they get food poisoning. No, they just come and train really hard in the mountains where it's at altitude. They get dehydrated, they get overworked, and then they throw up and poop themselves a bunch. And then they're like, I ate too much bad chicken. I'm like, no, dude, it happens to everybody. I never get sick.
That was my first time ever getting sick up there.
Dude, you gained 10 pounds this year. I lost 10. I'm in much better shape.
You look like a fucking skeleton too. That's why you're not going to do well.
But my strength is the same, dude. It doesn't matter.
This is what I wanted to hear.
I tell you what, my biggest goal. So last year after Battle Bunker, Hunter comes on the podcast here. He's like, Marshall's the biggest bitch in our following. So I just can't let that happen again.
It's going to, though.
Oh, I'm so excited about this weekend. I'm so excited.
I hope I get to wrestle you so fucking bad.
We should do it. I already told you, whether we line up in the bracket or not, we'll wrestle before the weekend's over.
Oh my God, I'm going to piss my pants. This is going to be such a great weekend. Well, I'm going to have a lawn chair, and I'm going to be enjoying the shit out of myself. And I appreciate you guys coming here talking shit. You made my fucking day. All I can tell you guys, anybody who's listening to this, it's not you guys and you guys, bring in more gear than you think you need. Like, don't be like an idiot and pack like tons and tons of luggage and shit, but bring more warm gear than you think you need. Bring like towels and shit like that. Try to make sure you guys stay warm, stay dry. And then also the other thing that I've learned the most is stay the fuck out of the sun. Mm-hmm. The sun will kill you. Like, I went out there and hiked, and there's no fucking trees. I came home with like a 3rd-degree sunburn, like blisters all over my shoulders and shit. We have what's called Indian summers out here. It just gets so hot. So just take care of yourselves, and you'll survive. But I appreciate you boys coming on. I will see you I'll be on the island before you guys get on the boat, so I'll see you guys soon.
Wait, you're already going to go over there? Are you going there on Wednesday?
Yeah, I have to. Some of us have a job, and I've lost my cursor. There we go. Yeah, I got to go over there and just make sure like everything's lined up, because think about it. There's going to be like 100 people on that boat, and then they get off, and like I got to have everything lined up. So Denim and I are going to go over early. We may have some other people come over early too, but pretty excited.
I'm excited to prove everyone wrong.
Yeah.
No.
All right, boys and girls. I'm ending the stream. Hold on. End stream.